Big live.
Let us look. Let us check. Sorry.
We're
We're already touching toes in here. Let me
then
see.
hit
Give me the
refresh on the
toes.
page.
All the toes.
We got all the toes.
Yeah.
I only gave you 1 foot. Sorry.
And then the button should be lit up now that I showed you earlier.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Nice. Yep.
Look at my stupid face. My stupid sad face.
Oh,
Damn, I look like I have a big head.
If you're on the
That's what my
Wi-Fi,
hoodie
get
on.
off the Wi-Fi.
I always have a big head.
I don't have Wi-Fi.
Metaphorically
Okay,
and
I'm
physically.
I'm on my service.
Oh, shorts. But the Vanilla Boys live. I'll have to watch.
I don't have this shite. I'm literally just listening. I'm trying to hear.
Is the
us.
video lagging?
No. Wait.
Okay, our bit rate's better now.
I literally just think it's. Oh wait.
Well, it's got to catch up for a second. Holy fuck, we're already up 3 viewers, eh?
3 viewers.
viewers,
but
eh?
if it's-
Welcome to the Conscious Cast. We're trying to
Yeah.
figure shit
Welcome.
out.
Sorry, we're just making sure audio's good. If you guys.
Who's
Well,
this? What's your
wait,
name, sir?
can
Good
you-
days on the mic.
Did you close it? Did it catch up?
Yeah, I caught up fine, but I think
Did
my
you hear it,
service my service is goofing.
You ruined the intro.
Hold
What's
on.
your name, sir?
It's Days.
Dice.
Days Production.
What is your name, sir?
Seth A.M. My name is Seth A.M.
Sorry. And then we got who are you?
My name is Keaton Mad Dog Miller.
Killer Keaton, Mad Dog Miller.
Killer
All right,
Keaton.
we in it.
All right, so
Well-
we're all good. In there like swimwear.
I
What's your
am.
name, bro?
I am the Vanilla Boy, spelled with
Let's
an E, not an I. I need to.
E, not
yeah,
an I.
yeah. I need to. I'm trying to situate this shit right now, so it's not in my face, so I can catch my face
Fair.
That's okay.
for the face
I
shots.
can just explain how long of a day.
Yo,
we
pause.
had.
You said-
Yeah.
We had
You heard what I said.
We had
I already
a
knew you
very
were gonna be the
long
one to
day
react.
today.
Yeah.
What was your guys's? How was your day, guys?
Well, I got up at like 11, and I went and got a U-Haul, and then I packed everything and put it in the U-Haul,
Fuck.
and then I drove a U-Haul for an hour and a half, and then I unloaded everything, and then we set up a podcast, and now I'm here.
I'm pretty exhausted. I don't know about you.
That was an intense level of work.
Never in my life have I ever, on the spot, decided to move out of nowhere. To be fair, we were pretty cornered in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
We didn't really have the luxury of being able to pick whenever to move everything in the house. So we ended up having to do it all today, and pretty much nothing was done. We had the bare minimum done. So it took us like 8 hours of constant moving and then moving everything here.
It's a whole ass shift.
Bro, it was crazy. It was very, it was like a left hook. It was very out of nowhere.
The last fucking 24 hours have just been insane.
Yeah, the last week has been insane.
True.
Yeah.
We still haven't been working anywhere. We're on the fuck the corporate world.
Fuck the corporate world,
yeah,
biatch.
Very on that end. And
I'm
this
in
is
it and I stay saying
Well,
fuck
hold
that
on.
shit.
just to full circle, beginning of us talking shit about Olive Garden, and then to now, just to,
All of Garden.
just to put the gravestone in. Right after we quit, they're having everybody sign papers
Oh, yeah.
that literally say that they won't talk about them
Fuck.
on social media. Everyone is signing papers.
You guys didn't have to sign the waiver though?
No. we quit.
Yeah, we quit right before it happened. I
Yeah.
literally was like,
Oh, shit.
I was talking to this girl. Her name is Sam. Sam R. We talked about her on the last podcast, I think. But I was like talking to her about coming and doing an Unconscious Cast episode, and she was like, "Well, I can't talk about Olive Garden." I was like, "All right." And she was like, "Yeah, they made us sign this waiver that says like we can't like talk about Olive Garden on our social media." I was like, "Oh my god, dude, I can't wait to tell these two, bro."
It's pretty like
I don't know if they did, but it's like
It was very appropriate.
could have been, or one of the managers could have heard it because the girls know
Bro,
about
oh
the
my
podcast.
god. They saw. Okay, so you're saying someone saw the pod. It's all.
right. It definitely indicates that they know that they're being talked about on social media.
Dude, they've probably seen us do it.
It's possible they saw it. It's possible they just heard about it. But either way, they are not having it. They are afraid to have.
Do we have an
us
ashtray
That
out
damn near
here?
looked all purpose. You said.
about them.
Fuck that shit. Let me see.
Yeah.
Bro, I forgot what I was fucking doing.
But I wanted to mention that because that's going to explain very well our past week. We're going to get into Keaton's week as well, but at least for us three, we've literally been putting all of our time into, where am I ashing this?
Right here.
Alright. Fuck this blank. We've been putting all of our time into ourselves, and to be honest, it's very intimidating, at least for me. This is the first time in 8 years since I was 16 that I wasn't scheduled to be somewhere at a certain time. Like, that's not something that happens in my life ever. So,
It feels nice, huh?
it feels nice, but it's also kind of
Yeah, it's like
anxious. It's like you can feel it in the background, like shit is coming.
Should be doing something.
Yeah, like some way,
Should be doing
somehow, I need to make money. Like I don't know
Yup,
what way,
yup.
but some way.
Because you're a man.
Exactly. Resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not broke.
Again?
No, you're
Yeah, it's my fault. I was fucking trying to talk and do that. I was trying to multitask. Shit didn't work.
Oh, you want me to? Okay.
So that gets right into the first topic because this topic is incredibly relevant to right now.
If we need Alyssa to clip anything, just say so because she knows where the clip button's at now.
Oh, fair.
And then that'll give you easier reels because it clips 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
You won't have to clip them yourself.
So, the first question is, well, this whole subject is called, or the topic is called following your dreams. Because that's pretty much what all three of us are doing right now. We're saying fuck you to anything that's not progressing that. So what is your dream is the first question. And since I asked it, I don't want to answer first. So, whoever.
I would say my dream is to influence the world by being myself. That's why I think that music was a good choice. That's why I think this is a good choice. Like, I feel like I'm very personable and have a lot of opinions that I feel like a lot of people should at least consider. They don't have to just one-to-one every single thing that I say, but it's like I think that I have a lot to offer when it comes to like experience in life and doing things that aren't just letting somebody else tell you what to do.
I'd say I dream of like living authentically,
Fair.
just finding more and more what it would be that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis that is like not something that I'm doing because I was scheduled to do it and somebody else is requiring me to do it so I can make money so I can just survive. I'd really like to be able to do the things that I would love doing on my own time, on my own terms, and find a way to make money doing it so I don't have to worry about the money. It's like I want to make art, I paint, I make music, I want to do those things. Like, it's possible to make money doing that. That's what I dream of.
Yeah.
And not just to make the money. It's like I want to
Facts.
do those things,
Yeah.
and because I have to get money, I'm gonna get money through it.
Mm-hmm. I hear that. I would say my dream is definitely. It's very similar to you guys. It's only probably slightly different. It's a bit more pragmatic. If you are so surprised by that, I guess I would like to be as capable as I can be in. I want to say everything, but at least in some very important aspects. Like speaking is very important to me. I want to be a great speaker. I want to be competitively. I want to be a competitive speaker. I would like to go into debate. Other than that, just a bunch of things. I would like to be entertaining all across the board. I'm trying to look into like video editing. I want to be very good at video editing. I don't just want to video edit. It's like that's not why I'm doing it. I want to be good at it. I want to do it to a point where I'm very impressed with my work.
So you've been making clips.
Yes, I have been making clips. I've been making clips of the Casual Cast because we have our little silly moments, and there's little 30-second snippets where the whole thing is just hilarious. And I like to make you can make the text very like personable. You can make the text like explode. You can make the text come out of nowhere. You can put images. Like
Facts.
you have unlimited options.
Yeah.
And then if it's just us playing video games, this shit's funny. But yeah, I would say that's my dream. I want to influence people. I want to show them that they're probably a lot more capable than they think they are.
Facts.
And
That is very fucking true.
And I'm only mainly saying that because that's what I had to learn myself. So that would be my dream.
And once a person really fucking like realizes that, it's like a whole new like world opens up in your mind. You're like, bro, I'm really capable of fucking anything.
It changes your perspective a lot.
Would you say it starts with bravery?
I feel like it has to,
Yeah. How else
Like-
would you even find out?
because it takes a brave person to really accept like not pushing their potential to know that they're capable.
Fair.
And so I feel like even acknowledging that of like, man, I'm kind of like missing out. I feel like because I feel like everyone kind of misses out if they're not doing that.
Yeah. If you're not willing to confront things you're scared of, then you're just gonna be closed in.
Yeah.
What's your dream?
So I've been thinking about it as you guys have been answering, and I feel like because the only thing that comes to my mind is like leaving shit behind for my people that I'm really loved with.
Like generational wealth? Is that what you're saying?
Type of shit.
Okay. Fair
But
enough.
I feel like I don't really have a deep down dream like that I can speak of. I feel like I need to live a little more.
What's your biggest dream with fighting? Like, do you want to be world champion? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I really just want to be the dude who's like, dude, how the fuck did this guy become the best ever? Like, this dude had no fucking reason, and he's just some kid from a small town in Indiana talking fucking shit to everyone. How the fuck did this guy actually beat everyone?
So you want them to be, like, mind-boggled.
Yes.
Like, how the fuck? There's no way.
Yep. Because that is literally what I've dreamed about since I was a kid. Like, I remember fucking when I first was moving school, like, I wanted them to be mind-boggled by fucking playing basketball. And then that didn't fucking work out. I'll boggle their mind by playing baseball. That didn't fucking work out. And then I just slowly was figuring out what that is and what's inside of me.
So you're choosing a bunch of different lanes.
Yeah. I just didn't know that it was going to be the most extreme thing because I remember playing UFC on video games like back in 2010 and just being like, dude, this is crazy.
Well, two things. One, weren't you like bigger back then? Like heavier?
Like, fat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was big. I just...
Can you clip that?
So,
yeah,
pause it right there.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
pause it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Do I just click it?
Yeah, you
Oh,
good.
that's funny. No, I literally... So this is why I really understand, like, the difference in, like, discipline and shit is because I wasn't disciplined. It was just another sport. Like, I'd fucking be not focused on what I'm eating, not focused on doing anything outside of, like, wrestling practice. I wouldn't do that extra shit. And so... And I wouldn't even challenge homie below my weight class anymore because I did at first a few times, but he just would beat me and he was better than me, and I accepted that. And so I would always just let him take the lower weight class and I would take the weight class up. So, and I wouldn't do the right things. I wasn't working out outside of the gym and like eating steak and shit every night. But what was the original question?
I was asking, like, weren't you like heavier?
Oh yeah, that's right, duh. So yeah, I was like my senior year, my weight class was 152. Well, now I fight at 135, so I guess that is that's kind of crazy.
I was just thinking
but that's
it's
without cutting weight.
right. I just think it's like
Cutting weight.
different because it's like you just look healthy.
Facts.
Like you look
Like,
like you take care of yourself and like
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just think that changes. I forget why I even asked you that.
You were curious.
I know, but there was something that was being talked about right before that.
Dream.
It was
Following
just
your
his
dream?
dream.
You were talking about your dream. You said something that made me think about that.
Obviously, something about fighting, bro.
I don't know.
He wanted to. He's just a kid from Indiana.
Oh yeah, he wants all of them to be mind-boggled.
Oh, it's like talking about like you were like, I don't know. I just think that you put a lot of discipline into it, and like that's why it makes a lot of sense for you to do shit like that, and like try to like make that your goal because you just are passionate, and it's like it shows through the way that you carry yourself and take care of yourself in that realm.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally at this point like I've just made it my life.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I am not living my life if I don't go to the gym, if I don't run. Like today I worked. And then she came home, and then I came here. I feel like if it wasn't for this, I'd be like, bro, I didn't live my life.
Fair.
But if I wasn't doing this, then I'd be doing something else productive, like going to the gym or some shit.
So it's like if you're like, I wouldn't be living my life, it'd be like it feels outside of you, like it's not giving you anything. Like if you were just fucking off instead of going to the gym, you'd be like, I'm not being true to myself right now.
Exactly.
Fair.
Yes, which does happen sometimes. Like I mean, we've spoken about that even before. Like it just happens sometimes, and that's what happens with being consistent. Is sometimes you do. I like to just fucking like some days to fuck off. I just know, like tomorrow I'm gonna hit that shit hard as fuck, bro. Like I just know, which I do anyways. But if you do go every day, like probably in like 2 weeks, I'm not gonna be like.
Right.
Getting fucking fighting fights every sparring round and shit. I'm gonna be easing it up and shit because I'm being more consistent. It's getting closer to the fight, obviously.
I get that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the podcast help with what you're trying to do with fighting?
Yeah, big time.
Fair.
Even like I feel in the future for like media and shit like that, because especially at the highest level, which is what I train for, which is what I think for, which is what I'm prepared for. There's a lot of talking to the cameras and shit like that, so it's just training at this point for that. It's getting
Fair.
comfortable and shit.
You don't seem like you're too inexperienced at it.
Yeah, I was kind of one of those stupid little kids that would like record like throwing bottles in my grandpa's woods with my brother and shit like that. And I'd be literally cussing at the camera. My mom and dad found the phone
So you were like
later.
trying to entertain and be in front of a camera already.
I mean, it kind of just happened like that because when phones and shit first started coming out, people were like, bro, I can just record like what's happening. That's
True,
kinda
that was
crazy.
huge.
Yeah.
That was humongous.
And I was kind of big into like I was kind of big into Musically
Fair.
when it was a thing. I would make a little Musicallys here and there.
Musically.
Dude, I literally like never touched that app. I don't even really know much
Good.
about it, but I know about people using
was
it.
taken over and turned into TikTok.
Oh my god, of course.
Yeah, it turned into TikTok. Yeah.
What was it like? What was Musically? Was it
Musically was
It was
taking
more like
clips of music and you can sing with it or just mouth with it, and people just started doing things in these videos that would like relate to the music, but it wasn't necessarily them singing it
Bro.
anymore.
I'm-
You also moved it around. You like.
yeah, I'm gonna get exposed one day because
It's
those Musically accounts are still on TikTok.
I still have
So
like,
you can look those accounts. We're all getting fucking roasted one day, bro.
Not
Well,
me,
y'all
bro.
don't have the
I
shit.
didn't
Okay,
do it.
so
Not
I'm
me.
gonna get
I
roasted.
never
I'm
had a
gonna get roasted
Musical.ly.
one day.
my sister? I think my sister was doing those like crazy.
Yeah, it feels like the generation right under you is like where that really
My
hit.
sister's your age. Like literally.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
My sister's 1 month older than you, exactly,
Yeah.
or something. That's crazy to think about.
Damn, she's fucking.
She's 21.
She is old enough to protect a grown man.
She's old enough to go into a
Facts. No, she's not. Not if
Wait.
Levi has anything to say about
This is
it.
a fantastic segue. So we all talked about each of our dreams. What sacrifices have you made for this dream or these dreams? What are the sacrifices that you've made?
I'm trying to think of one that I haven't really
Dude,
said.
I feel like David should be sitting at this mic since
Really?
he's
I
always
think that
reading the
makes sense.
questions.
You want to switch?
Yeah, we can switch right now if you want.
Damn.
But also,
Bro, he's just
wait,
trying to
wait.
get closer to me. Like, come on. Don't hide it.
Dude,
While we're getting up, I'm getting my hoodie, bro. I'm cold. I don't know
Dude,
how
do I
to
get to
show
keep your
this.
phone too?
What?
Do I get you to keep your phone too?
I need that.
Seth, you have the floor. I'm sorry.
Dude, I got this mic. Oh my god, I get your water bottle too?
No, please.
I get the Vanilla Boy's water bottle.
Thank you.
He literally labeled his styrofoam cup. Alright, I'm sorry.
It's
You're
not
good.
styrofoam.
So I was gonna say,
You click that.
if you go over onto that mic, then that limits the three of us to 2 mics. But if you ask a question and you're on this mic, you can hand me the mic, and then me, Keaton, and Noah all have a mic.
True. I like somebody else answering the questions first.
It almost feels like the host.
Fair.
I agree. I think we need another mic,
I think we need
A
another
fourth mic would be lit.
meaning we need another 2-input Scarlett.
Yeah.
What sacrifices have you made?
A lot of money,
Facts.
a lot of time.
Oh my god, dude.
I've worked entire jobs and also quit those jobs, both to pursue my dreams. I've cut off friends. I've made new friends.
Does that cap your list?
I think that's like the span of it. pretty
Dude,
much.
I mean,
Fair.
honestly, like, I feel like I've also just sacrificed a fuck ton of money. Like, bro, if I had the amount of money that I've, like, spent on music, bro, I'd probably have, like, just 20K. Like,
But the money you're gonna make in return.
right. Right. It's
Yeah,
like,
20K is gonna be nothing.
spend money to make money, right? Like, the money I'm spending on it is investing in myself. It's like I spent money on getting a mic and like a MacBook, multiple MacBooks. Like, it just takes money, and it's like you just got to figure out a way to make money, especially if you don't have money to do it. That's
Fair.
just the reality of it. I've sacrificed friends for sure, as we talked about last episode.
Those who shall not be
I
named.
mean, it's like I'm living a different lifestyle than they are. They want to be 9 to 5, live the white picket fence life that's not real, and I want to live in reality world where I'm gonna be rich and famous.
Fair enough.
So I had to cut people off, and
You giving me your black thing?
I feel like there's something else.
Dude, I would say my biggest sacrifice is time. I cannot think of any other.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Time would be, dude, like when I first moved to Columbus, you guys know how much I worked.
Yeah.
Literally, I was like, I was very panicked and, I don't know what the right word is. Either way, Columbus made me feel like I needed to work every single second of every single day that I could to
Ooh.
just stay as much above water as I possibly could.
I got one more.
What?
I had to being zapped at every turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we? It looks like the stream is still going. If you click down there on the OBS.
Right here.
The
Yeah.
spinning wheel.
Okay. So that's still.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Let me check it. It's 111, of course. Why would it not
Yeah,
be?
Facts.
Twitch.
That's funny.
Damn, it says we're not live.
That's dumb. Are we gonna go back up? We had 3 people watching, bro. We can't
Wait.
just stop. Yeah, like, dude, last time or even the
Wait,
time
it says
before.
we are still.
Are
Oh,
we
it just
still?
it just relived us. If you go back to the browser and hit refresh.
But yeah, it was like 1 viewer the whole time. Now we're getting like 3 and 4 every time, no matter
Dude,
what.
I got it. We were at 5.
Yeah, when we first started,
Back up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
we back up. We were
Yeah.
barely out at all.
Like we were saying, just sacrificing comfortability and safety for the things that you want.
That's what I would have said. Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, I could have very much well have like moved around to my grandpa's near Richmond.
We're gonna have to
And
put those together.
I very well could have trained at the same gym as Sky, as Levi, and been at the
Bro,
same-
that's
people that
so
you're beating.
funny
But
that you
instead,
say
I
that.
made the decision to go to the better place and sacrifice my comfortability.
Yeah.
But another thing, the biggest thing I would actually say is like sacrificing a lot of stress in relationships with parents, relationships with grandparents, relationships with
Family.
family,
Facts.
including my woman. Like,
Yeah.
because
Factual.
If I was just, bro, if I went to college and was studying anything,
Bro, they'd be patting you on the back like, great job, like you're
Yeah.
doing great. I have no questions about this.
especially at first, people like, oh my god.
Yeah, bro,
I got
they don't
hated on
take
by
you
so many
seriously.
people. But then after they see my first fight, my second fight, my third fight, oh, he's got a belt.
Oh, he's
he's
serious.
finishing people in MMA. How's fighting going, man? Like, you're doing fucking.
Yeah,
You're doing
facts.
good, bro.
They got questions for you as soon as they're seeing the results. But before they see any results, they have no reason to
Trying
message
to
you.
prove stuff to me. Like,
Yeah, like they don't
I'm doing
give
this and that. Like,
they don't give a fuck. You're like, oh, you tell them you're fighting, like, oh, that's cool.
Dude,
and
it's
they're like,
like-
oh, he won. It's like, oh, well, dude, what do you
biggest
do?
thing
Wait,
is
what are
people
you?
who
You're
are like,
fighting?
man, I'm trying to train. Like, I've been thinking about doing it. Like, bro, you're thinking about doing it because you saw me and you're like, oh, I think I could do it if he's doing it. Because I knew him and he was average as fuck. Like, he was not this. I'm different, bro.
Do you?
I'm different now, guy. If you haven't fucking realized, you can't just fucking go in and do this shit, all right? I just need to get that off my chest a little
It's
bit.
fair.
Do you think that?
But you could, though, really. You really could if you
Do you
wanted
think if you gave them the knowledge, that it would just be wasted? Is that why you don't give it to them? Not to say you don't ever, but like if you when you feel like you're not just you're just coming to me now that I'm winning. It's like, well, yeah, wouldn't they want to know from the person that's winning, right?
Yeah, and that's why, because at first when I was like kickboxing and stuff, people from my hometown would say that, and I'd give them advice and shit, and then I'd never see them train. Like,
Yeah.
because I follow the people who train people around this area.
So you're like, why would I
Never see
even
them
tell you?
pictures, never see them anything. And so after a while, I'm like, dude, these guys, like, no one is serious about it, bro. Like, you guys know this.
Yeah.
No one's serious about it.
I was about to say, I bet you get the same feeling that I do, which is like, bro,
Because the
if-
first advice I give them is get out of that area.
Yeah.
If you really want to do it, get out
You
of that area.
can't stay there.
That's the only advice I can give you because it's done it. I've done it, and you're one advice from a winner, bro. And I'm giving you winning advice.
Well, I also just like at certain points, like people will be like, dude, we gotta link up, like we gotta tap in, like,
Oh,
bro, you're
yeah.
dope, and I'm like, but you're not serious about it. I could just
Yeah.
tell, like by the way
You're
you
just
carry
gonna come
yourself.
smoke, record a verse,
Like I don't know, like I just
and you can't. They can't sing like Seth, bro.
Yeah.
That's a Karen fucking.
It's just
Yeah,
like
like Seth.
they say it, but I can tell in their body language and their demeanor about it, and like the way that they carry themselves on stage, like the quality of their music. It's like I
Oh,
can just
yeah.
tell that they're not really about it. They're just doing what everybody else is already doing, and that it's not working. And it's like, so I just know that they're not doing the right things. And it's like, bro, when I give people advice, I'm just like, especially when people like from the hometown have like come to me and been like, bro, what do you do? Like, how do you make music? Like, bro, I'm just like being myself. Like, be yourself. It's like I've told Little Ceges.
Who?
I've like had to tell him, I'm like, just be yourself, bro. It's one of Keaton's friends that raps.
Oh.
It's like, bro, like I think that anybody is capable of making really good music, but if you're not being authentic to yourself, it's really hard to get like to make something crazy.
When'd you tell him that?
I don't know. I've told him a couple times, I feel like. But it's just been like over the course of like years of like him just like reaching out to me
See,
on some
that's what I'm
random
saying.
shit.
I like in the past, like I remember. It was like when we, I think it was like right when it was like the next morning when we moved into our apartment. He posted on his story, his SoundCloud, and I listened to it and I was like, damn. I was like, okay, and I texted him that. I even told him, I was like, bro, like, you're fucking finding it a little bit.
That's dope.
And so yeah, that makes sense then. That makes sense.
It was just like every song that he would show me, it was like, do you remember like the time I was telling you, like he hit me up and he was like, bro, check this out, or like I don't really care, like whatever. I'm like, bro, what do you mean you don't care? Like, why do I care then? Like, so it was like we had that conversation, and then he like had sent me like a couple things, and I'm just like, it just feels like everything I've heard him do already. Like, it's like, what, you're not progressing at all because you're like just fitting this mold that you think works. And it's like, bro, if you just try making music about the things that you care about and what you like to hear, you'll find that more people will attach themselves to that
Yeah.
because it feels relatable, because it's real. It's a real person saying real things. Like,
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna tell him to watch this when it drops on YouTube because I want to tell him this. Oh fuck, I lost it. Cause I thought about what I was gonna say there. Fuck, what were you saying? Oh, okay, hold
You want to tell him what?
up. What is it?
Doing an awful lot of this.
Okay, about the or don't, like I don't care.
Yeah.
Type shit. That is definitely understandable because I think it's just like based on like, well, if I don't make it, then I don't know. I don't really know. It's hard to say, but it might be from not being in the same hometown or being from the same hometown
What?
or staying in the same hometown.
What might be from that?
Like him saying that, like what makes him want to say that?
But yeah, I would say it's like a product of his environment, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yes,
you
exactly.
know,
exactly.
I'm like, he's like, I want to make me. People that make music want to make music because they like the way that fame looks. And obviously, like people
I
that
think
make
for him though, that is an outlet.
well,
like, for sure.
what I was about to say is like music can be authentic. It can really be people
Yeah.
outletting and giving emotion and telling a story. But it's like a lot of people just see it and they're like, the fame is like really cool, which is fine. I get that. I understand why fame is appealing. But it's like then people will be like, oh, I don't really care about the money. Like, I don't really care about the fame. And it's like, dude, I even had that mentality at first. But it was like, kind of like, it tricked me into being like, dude, this isn't about the money because I'm not making any money off of it. I will make money off of it, but I'm not making money off of it, so it can't be about the money.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
The purpose you're doing it has to be.
and it was like I changed the things I was talking about. I was like, okay, now I'm going to talk about the fact that I'm broke, not the fact that I'm like doing all these things that I'm not really doing.
Bro,
I'm
J.
like, I'm
Cole said
broke.
that in one of his songs actually.
Do what?
I don't remember what he said or what song it was, but he
He
said
said, why don't
something
you,
about that.
he says something along the lines of like, why don't you talk about being a broke rapper because more people respect that than
Who?
talking about J. Cole. He's
That's
like,
a respect, I respect because it's real.
yeah, exactly.
Thank
What it's
you.
like to be nice
There's
as
a
fuck
violent
without stress to
fucking
pay the
sneeze.
bills. Ooh.
Holy cannoli.
Dude,
So-
that advice for Lil C just will pop up in my mind sometime throughout this podcast, bro.
Fair.
I completely spaced that shit.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people when they send me their music and like tell me that they make music, I can just tell that they're trying to fit this mold that I don't really think works that well, even though it's making people money. It's like it's a facade.
A
It's
select
not- it's not-
few.
but it's not even making people money. It's like making other people
What,
money
the
that
labels?
aren't- Yeah, they're not the people that are making the music. So it's like,
Which is, again, that's just more people who are, if what you're passionate about is using other people's passions to make you money, then that's an issue. Like, your passion should be more about you and what you like to do and what you like to make and what you like to produce for the world. And that's not to say that there aren't people who work for labels or people who work in studios that are really talented at their aspect of their role in making music sound really good, even if they're not the artist. If that's their passion, that's good. But if it's just some guy at the top of a massive, like, standard, like, industry corporation, yeah, that's just raking in
Corporate.
money. They're not actually interested in music. They're interested in
money.
the image of it, the money of it. They just want to be in charge and take from something from someone else. Like they're using someone else to gain their success rather than creating success in tandem with others.
Dude, and then they hide behind their jargon.
Of course.
Oh yeah, they're geniuses with word choice. Like values. Values is such a fucking smart word to use to convince people that it's bullshit. Like,
To make people believe in what you're trying to sell.
right. They're like, well, it's our values. It's our core beliefs. We have these meaningful things, and that's why we do what we do. And they're like, oh, my God, this thing has a purpose. I'm working for a purpose.
Yeah.
It's like the purpose is making $1, and they just can't say that's what the values are, so they cover
Right.
it up with bullshit.
Because this person can be passionate.
Treat thy neighbor.
This person can be passionate about a purpose, so they're taking advantage of this person's passion
Mm-hmm.
to make themselves money.
Directing it towards something.
Right.
Whoa! What in the hell was that?
The music industry has the benefit of taking advantage of people who already have an inspiration or a passion.
Yes, and they're like, hey, this will benefit that.
Right. They're trying to. It's like they're just finding somebody that's already passionate and being like, yo, I've got money in the bank. I can make you famous, and I'll take all the money after that. But at least you get to be famous. Like,
Yeah.
True.
Which I would never. That's what happened with this recent manager thing that was hitting me up. Like, I don't want to put my career in someone else's hands, type of shit. Like, I don't want other people involved in my career like that. Like, I don't even know this dude.
Fair. What if he had like 1 million followers or something? Would that change anything?
It depends. Like, if he's like my homie. If he's like my homie Joey, who's like saying, every reason that I'm like hitting this dude up, hitting that dude up, just talking with you, like, is because I literally don't want anything. I just want you to fucking succeed, and I want to watch that because not much inspires me in life.
Mm.
And even hearing that from him is like,
Right. That's interesting.
so if it's like that kind of situation to where it's like, I don't want anything from you. Like, obviously, if I'm fucking in the UFC,
So very, like,
I'm making
personable?
bucks, I'm gonna give you some. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you some fucking change. But if it's not like that is the purpose of this, is like, so I can make money, you can make money. Like, it needs to be genuine for me to really want to make that decision.
like somebody managing your career because they're genuinely good at hyping up fights. They're genuinely good at
Brendan Evans
making an event. He's a great example. It's like they're that,
Yeah,
and
because you can tell he respects and like.
he's passionate.
He likes
about
the
it.
shit. He likes it.
gives
He
a fuck
likes the
about it.
fights.
He literally gives a fuck about it.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
Brendan
for
Evans
someone like that, if
doing-
he were to
doing
come and
God's
be like,
work.
let me manage your fighting career. It's like that.
Someone I knew before I make money.
He's not there to just make the. Of course, he wants the dollar. We all want the dollar.
Absolutely.
But he's got passion behind it. He's not taking advantage of your passion.
Correct.
He is feeding into your passion, and you're feeding into
Yes.
his.
Facts, dude. Yes, I agree. Did you have a question, Noah?
I was gonna say, you said the thing about like they hide behind their jargon,
Oh yeah.
and I think that that's interesting because I'm like, when you said that, I was like, yeah, they like really put a lot of time into learning how to use words
Facts.
to
It's like seductive.
yeah, to
It's
be
very
smart and
manipulative. Yes.
manipulating and charismatic.
Very.
And it's like you're trying to do the same thing, but it's almost like it's for good.
Right, and
Like-
it's subjective,
Right,
but
of course, but
yeah.
it's like you're not using it to manipulate people under you to do your dirty work.
Right.
It's like you're manipulative in the fact of like trying to get people to be on your side.
I want them to trust me.
Yes, which is what they're doing, but they're
Right.
doing it in a malicious way.
Yes.
And you're doing it in a way that you genuinely have the intelligence to back up because you know the words that you're saying, and they're saying the words that they know work.
Dude, and it all makes sense, and you know this very well. You did this long before I did, but it's like pressing the paper, like trying to find the holes in the operation. It's how they react that really gives everything
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Because the reaction is there's two options. It's either they get pissed and like overworked up because there's this thing that they can't defend that they have to defend now, or they have to just be like, yeah, you're right, it's dumb, but it's my job. That's what you have to do. Those are the two options. Either both of them agree it sucks, pretty much. One of them has their ego involved with it completely. The other person is separate from it and agrees with you. And it's like, I don't even want to tell you to do this, but I want a paycheck. Like, That's like that. That's how I felt as a general manager. Sadly, I'm glad
But
I'm not a general manager
you're-
now.
You're using your words to manipulate the rule to show that you're being empathetic and
Definitely.
you're putting yourself in their shoes, and you're not just like, this is about $1 to me, so shut the fuck up and listen
Yeah.
to what I'm saying.
Like a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of and
I
you know
was
who
like-
you are.
Because I was thinking about that too. I was like, after I was thinking about that and you being plugged into that scenario, I was like, damn, I really wanted to use. I've always thought about this. I've always wanted to use music for like showing people that they can just be happy,
Fair.
showing people that they can like do shit on their own as long as they believe in themselves and do whatever they're passionate about. Because obviously I did it, and like you were saying earlier, I'm from like this small ass town where nobody's done anything, and it's like, bro, I just tried really fucking hard and then I just achieved. And it's like everybody else is like, oh, I come from a small town. What could I ever do? And it's like, okay, now more than just one motherfucker is doing it. Like, dude, Presley is also putting on right now. Like, this man is like, dude, I was like, holy shit, bro, his car's going to be at the goalie and he's doing autographs and shit. That is big time shit. That's huge. That's fucking dope. It's like,
I was gonna say that.
bro, it's just, it's like the wave we're on right now. And I think a lot of people don't use it for that. I feel like, and it's like power. It's just using power. And it's like, people are like, finally I have power, now I can shit on everybody else. Like, oh, I've gotten shitting on, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to shit on it. I don't want to shit on anybody else because I got shit on, and I want people to understand that it doesn't have to be like that. And the only reason I'm
Fair.
getting shit on is because we have like a shitty system set up.
It's everyone shitting on each other.
Yes.
So
Dude.
then everyone's got shit on them.
Yep.
It's like
It's just shitty.
Bro, the visuals. Come on now. Seth, at this stage in his life, I believe, is the most ruthless that I've ever witnessed him be towards
I
the
agree.
corporate mentality. He's more ruthless than I am about this shit. He's very, he plays it out very ruthlessly. They do not give a fuck about you, essentially.
yeah, I compared it to them having a knife.
Yeah, bro, you were
Yeah.
talking about uniform either today or yesterday. Do you remember what you said? Because it was pretty, you didn't hold back.
Uniform?
Yeah, it was very much like, yeah, and this is the uniform that we wear, that you have to wear, and if you don't wear it, then you're just, what the fuck did you say?
I feel like that was in the 3rd episode.
Did you already talk about that? Because I thought he just said it to me. Maybe I'm tripping.
Well, I remember him saying something about,
It was like, you can be like everybody else.
maybe it was another conversation.
Oh, I
Fair.
said. I remember now. Okay, I said. Because if you're not like us, then we hate you.
Yes, that's what it was.
It's like we hate you, and we want you to be like us. So if you're not gonna be like us, then you can't work here. Yeah, it's very like the system that's set up right now is like
We're in charge.
we have to.
Sorry.
Human beings have to eat and drink clean water.
God, it's so annoying.
agree.
And
Gotta breathe oxygen.
fresh air.
Yeah.
In order to survive.
No
And
dumpster
so
fire.
It's like we do live in a very animalistic. We live under the rules of nature,
Yeah.
the laws of nature.
The human condition.
We can't create or destroy energy with. It's like we have to absorb energy from food we eat.
Right. Digest another life force.
Right. It's like we're chemicals. We have to take in more chemicals to sustain our chemical reaction. Point being,
No, but yeah.
if they say you can't be yourself, you cannot be who you are while you're here.
That's too inconvenient.
Doesn't that sound very familiar?
Or
Yeah.
you have to leave and you won't make money. And every job is saying that. If
And that's
every
their
single
card.
job is
That
saying
is their card, bro. That's their top
then
shelf
what
card.
they're saying is no one's allowed. No one. I mean, every job I've ever been to has followed a lot of the very
Similar. Like
that
fundamental.
means everyone at all these corporate jobs. This is millions and millions and millions of people. Cannot be themselves. Cannot. Or they're threatened to starve. They're threatened to die. That's a knife.
Yeah, their company does not. Yeah, want them to have their job if they don't fit the agenda that helps them get the most money.
But this is the other thing too, right? So it's It's like what people think is that is literally all the jobs. So they just stay. They're like, I could never get a job anywhere else that would never.
I don't
be
have a
like this."
degree.
And it's like, bro, I literally, and I'm about to like shout out Bear Burger for this and Nick
Fair.
because, dude, Bear Burger was like my general manager Nick when we were doing the interview, sat me down and was like, so like we have a dress code here, but you know, it's very loosely followed. He was being very human with me.
Very warm.
Yeah, he was like, you know, like, he was like, Sitta, for example, this girl that worked there, she would wear overalls over her shirt, and he was like, it looks cute, it's fine. It's like, whatever. And it's like, I was allowed to wear shorts or jeans or whatever I wanted to as long as I was wearing the t-shirt. It's like it was just a t-shirt. And then, when I started bartending, you're allowed to wear whatever you want. As long as, like,
It can't be inappropriate.
yeah, like, I can't just be open shirt.
But you went in with like a fucking Rick and Morty shirt. Like
yeah,
you
I'm
can,
allowed to
yeah,
wear what I want. as
the
long
line
as-
is very far.
It's like, it's not, and I'm not changing. I'm not like, oh, now that my dress code is this, I'm just gonna fuck off every day because this is so laid back. Of course they're not gonna care. And it's like it's not like that. There were still rules there. There were still things that had to get done because we're all there to make money and work at a job. But my clothes did not have to be restrictive in the fact that I can't express myself whatsoever. Even when I'm wearing the t-shirt and shit. It's like, I'm allowed to wear my jewelry. I'm allowed to wear my glasses. I'm allowed to wear whatever I want. Whatever kind of shoes I want. Whatever socks
Fair.
I want.
That's a
whatever
good gig.
shorts I want.
I've never had that.
It's like-
What is the main motivation for having a dress code that is at least said by corporate businesses?
See, here's the thing.
Uh,
I have been told by this fucking place that I work for. God dang IHOP.
God dang
The
IHOP.
friggin'
The
IHOP.
friggin' IHOP.
I worked there for 2 months, my friend.
Bro, I am a cook.
Yeah, I
Back in the
was a
kitchen.
server.
So,
The cooks were assholes where I was from.
guarantee it, bro.
Dicks.
I'm like the nicest cook ever. I guarantee. I have any.
Are they dicks to you?
No, but they're all Spanish, so
Yes,
I hear them say
yes,
"puedo" a lot,
yes,
which is
yeah.
white boy in Spanish. Basically. It's basically white boy.
Yeah.
And they say "puedo" in conversation sometimes after like I ask a question or I fuck up, and it's like it'll be like
Fucking hands are
3 minutes
freezing,
after,
bro.
I'm like, okay, so, but I'll just like I'll smirk every time. So if they do look at me, they're like, they just notice it. But anyways, so I've been wearing like my old ass white Air Forces to work, and every day I've been there so far, they say something about like I have to get black shoes and non-slick. And the last time I worked there, Sunday, the whole fucking bottom ripped out and everything got soaked and shit. So,
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
So these aren't an option anymore. So I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna get these black shoes because it's the shoes I'm working out in, and it's the only pair of shoes that it's the least fucks I give about shoes. But they're black. Today they didn't say shit. They didn't ask if they were non-slick or not, as long as they're black. So they didn't even. They didn't,
Bro.
They said, oh, black shoes, okay.
Bro.
They didn't ask if they were non-slick for my
Yeah.
safety.
As long as it gives
Because I'm not-
off the perception.
Yup.
Of brainwash.
Jeans,
Yes.
I've been dressing like a fuckboy.
Bro.
So
And they
why
just
do
gave me
they?
the IHOP.
I've been
Why do
thinking
they
about
want your shoes to be black?
I've been thinking about your
I
question.
I don't know, bro. That's
Do
just
they
a rule.
want you to be identifiable?
No, they don't.
I would
As-
say that is a reason that they give you.
Like
Oh,
they
I look
want
fresh
you
as fuck in those Air Forces.
for
I
sure,
guarantee it.
but they
My
want
man
you
burned it all.
to be a sheep essentially.
Yeah.
They
If
want you to
yeah.
somebody to be able to anyone to be able to look at you and be like, yeah, that guy works here.
For sure.
special.
Yeah.
He's very
The
like
guests.
yeah.
The guests in the dining room, they don't want them to look at you and think, oh, that's just another
That's the
guest.
thing. I'm a cook.
If you're
The only time
if
I'm
you're
out
walking
there
to the
is when I'm
bathroom,
leaving. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if
only
anything,
use the bathroom like
if they
3
see you at
times.
all, if
The whole
any of the other
Right.
employees see you, if a manager sees you,
Their
they
ru-
want
their
to be
rules
able
can
to
be
know.
But
ridiculous.
They're pretty relaxed for the most part.
Most of them are, dude. Most rules, if
But
you
it's because
press
it's
them,
IHOP. Like the seriousness that they take the job is a completely different story. I feel like I feel like no one, and this is just like every job, bro, except for a few with people who just didn't have anything to do in life. But no one. It's very a mild seriousness to me. Like when I go to the job, I'm like, bro, Like I could fuck up on these pancakes time and time again, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm trying, like as long as I'm not completely like fucking them up on purpose, and it's like just to the points where it's
Consistent
like, dude, this kid's stupid.
every time.
Yeah. But if I'm like fucking up the eggs and shit, bro, I'm not gonna take it seriously to where I'm fucking sweating and shit. Bro.
And
if
you
it starts
shouldn't.
to get busy, I'm not fucking stressing about it, bro. It's
You
like,
shouldn't.
dude, exactly.
Right.
But I feel like
They're gonna
the
want that
other
from
coach
you.
might be saying, bro, this dude is slow as fuck.
Yeah.
He's
They're
not
gonna
learning this
they're gonna
fast.
see you as non-competitive.
Exactly. But it's like
Jargon.
bro,
Competition
being
is
far out
jargon.
there, bro. That's my real life.
For
I don't give a fuck about
corporations.
this shit.
They're gonna look at you like you're not taking it seriously
And it's gonna offend them.
because that's their whole being, is being the IHOP worker, because this is their job and this is what pays their bills and this is what gets it done. And it's like, first of all, it doesn't get it done. Second of all, y'all make the same money, even if you're way slower.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably room for raises or whatever,
But it's probably
not
like
that
2
crazy.
years
Yeah, it's
before
probably
you
not
get
crazy.
one.
Pay too. So I'm like, it's like 10.50.
Fair, but I mean, it's just like, bro, they take it so to heart because that's their life. They don't see anything outside of that. And you're like, bro, IHOP is just a step in the right direction to get me money so that I can work on my passion.
Yeah.
And when you don't take the job seriously, since they enwrap themselves in the job, they think that psychologically you're not taking them seriously. So they get offended. They think that you're coming after their identity.
Yeah, you think I've worked my whole life to be a manager. Like you're just
So if they're genuinely passionate about cooking food
Right.
that's
and they're working at IHOP, then they are the person who's passionate, who's having someone who doesn't give a fuck about food take advantage of them. And then they're watching this guy come in here, not be passionate about food, make the same amount of money as them,
Yep.
and still get to keep his job. And it points out to them, oh, IHOP's letting this guy in here
Yep.
because they don't give a shit about the food.
They just need people. They need the manpower.
They just want to make the money.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of the
They
people
did-
who are passionate enough about A, cooking, or B, fighting, to come in there and cook for them.
They
For
need
you,
a position
you're
filled.
passionate about fighting, so you go work at IHOP to get by.
yeah, correct.
For
Yeah,
the,
like IHOP second. And most of the time it should be
IHOP is like
third, fourth,
sixth.
fifth, sixth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be dropping at all times.
and
When I
then
really went in today, I was like, bro, I hope they fucking fire me. Like I don't even remember what I was like. They could fire me because I was late, bro. Like
Dude,
I literally,
I went.
since
Yeah.
I live right up the fucking street, bro.
I went to Olive Garden a couple times hoping they'd fire me.
if,
Yeah.
if
Yeah, I was
those
a
I'm like,
marinara.
bro, I
guys,
wish- and then I walk in there, bro. I'm like, I don't like. It's free, low key. Like I couldn't imagine going in there taking it as seriously as like when I walk in the gym, like when you walk in the booth.
How could you?
Like, could you imagine?
dude, I took
going to
Domino's
serve-
kind of seriously at one
I did
point.
serve
too.
people with more money than you. Going to serve people with fucking better cars.
Dude,
than
I
you.
would love to talk
Food.
about that actually.
Like
Dude,
the same way that you feel about fucking going in the booth, writing,
right.
fucking making art. That's what they
Editing
do.
videos. They expect you to.
They had the seriousness level, on the seriousness level, not the fucking.
They
Dude,
want-
cooking
fun
food
part, obviously.
can be serious.
Of course, I like it because it does make me a better cook. Like I've learned a lot from cooking.
Fair.
because
Everyone
it's
can
not
benefit
just
from
fucking-
that, yeah.
Yeah, so I like it from that level in that aspect, but like
But if you
There's a
can't
lot,
be
bro.
yourself,
exactly.
if
yeah.
you're not cooking by your own recipes, if you're not literally your own person in this building, then you're just working for IHOP, and your passion is if the guys working there that are looking at you like you're not taking it seriously, if they're really passionate about cooking and they're working at IHOP, it's because they think they couldn't get a better job.
They think they've reached the
That's
height
the
of their
thing, bro.
capabilities.
If I am fucking at a top tier restaurant to where I'm like, bro, like,
If you're working for Gordon Ramsay,
of course, bro, I will, bro, that is different.
it's very different.
That is very
And those
different. I'm taking
people
that shit seriously.
at those IHOPs should just go cook for these fucking better restaurants or start one of their own, because those restaurants are going to beat IHOP, I promise you.
Bro, yeah, that's what I talked to Alyssa about that, like, because I worked at a few Lincoln Squares. Excuse me, a few Lincoln Squares, and even when it comes to like busyness, like the rush of shit, it is way even the way the food is cooked, all that, it's more higher level than IHOP. Which I mean is a given, honestly. Like it's a given.
Well,
But it's the same price.
the thing is yeah, it's like the thing is like, bro, until and this goes for any aspect of like our society right now. It's like, dude, until we stop feeding into shit like letting IHOP just do whatever, or letting Olive Garden, or letting whatever fucking restaurant it is just do whatever and get away with it. Do the bare minimum. They're doing the bare minimum and not really paying for shit. And they get away with it because people just keep working there and people just keep going and eating there. And it's like, that's why I don't fuck with McDonald's. It's
Bro,
like,
go ahead.
it's like McDonald's is dog shit for you. It's terrible for you. And they stay in business because everybody eats it.
Cheap.
It is
They
cheap.
got the app.
That's the point.
Okay, so here is how all the corporations. How many restaurants are there that you could compare to McDonald's? And then how many restaurants are there that you could compare to Olive Garden or IHOP or Burger King? Fuck ever, they're all the same.
Even those aren't comparable.
Exactly.
Oh,
Perfect.
That's your point? Okay.
The result of what they're doing, when if you were to take the numbers, it'd be millions of people working for these companies, not making very much money. They don't have very much time in their day because they have to work 50 hours a week. So what do? Instead of cooking dinner for themselves, instead of enjoying a good meal for themselves, they need to go somewhere where they can get food for fast and cheap,
Yeah.
like McDonald's. So by McDonald's and all these businesses doing what they're doing, they're ensuring their customer base stays poor and stays hungry for time.
It's so genius.
They keep themselves in business by employing the people they employ the way they do. And it's not necessarily everyone that works at McDonald's is just eating at McDonald's all the time. They probably are sick of McDonald's. So guess what? They go to KFC, Burger King, because the food is cheap and fast there too. Because all those employees are also, they're about to go eat at McDonald's.
Yeah.
They're keeping each other, they're helping each other.
Yes, dude. And this dude at my gym, he's a boxer. He made that point to me one time. He was talking to me about like my diet and shit. And because he had his like boxing debut, I think, or something. And he was like, yeah, man, I just need to stop. I think I need to, I think he had already. He's like, yeah, I like stopped eating fast food and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that shit'll do it. He's like, yeah, man, it's like, because basically he's working at Burger King. And so he's eating
shit,
it.
yeah.
And I was like, bro. But I'm glad IHOP gave me an option because it was like,
Bro, I remember this.
they either, you do?
I took the food, though. The food option?
Yeah?
Yeah, I did take it.
So was it the same? It was
I think so.
anything under, like, up to $13 is
Yeah,
free.
yes.
All their fucking actual, like, somewhat good food, like, with meat and shit,
Dude, they'd
is
free it out
over
for...
13.
Oh,
And
yeah,
they're
true.
taking away 50 cents. So I get paid, like, I think I'm going to get paid, like, $16.50 after training.
Damn.
So that's, I'm going to get paid just 16.
If you
Which
take that
working
option.
hourly, yes, working hourly, I'm going, and the money I'm going to pay after the $13, which is like because I'm not going to want to get pancakes during training.
Right.
So I just was like, dude, that just doesn't seem like
It's coming out to like half price.
exactly like I'm losing 50 cents on the hour too, which is pretty substantial if you
Yeah.
add it up compared to the money that you're
Spending.
and the food you're eating.
Yeah.
Because I know fucking just as good as anyone. Like, it's not quality food. The steak and stuff might not be bad, but it's not quality food at fucking all.
Bro, the thing is like,
So I kept my fucking 50 cent, bro.
fair.
The convoluted
Dog-
way that
dog
they
food
set
too.
that up just to make you like have to even do the math in your head.
Yeah.
To make you confused, because
Bro, I was sitting
most people are not trying to do all that, especially because they're tired, because they work
Facts,
50
bro.
hours a week,
Facts.
and they're hungry, and they just want the fucking food
Yeah.
because they're poor.
And they deserve to give me food because I work for here.
Well, bro,
Taking your money away.
but that's the
Give
thing.
me shitty food
That's
like just everyone else.
Bro, the other thing is like, they like hide behind like the fact, like in all restaurants really do this. They're like, oh, we'll give you like, you get a discount on food, and it'll be like fucking 20%. It's like, bro, like, are you shitting me? 20% is like $4 off.
I'd save more money just going to the grocery store and cooking for myself, but I
Right.
don't have time.
Bro,
And the
at
other
Lincoln
thing is-
Square, the servers are the only people who like pay. Like, I think any price. Everyone else has free. The servers have discount.
Yeah. And it's like they're making probably the least hourly.
Absolutely, they're making. I think it was like 125.
That's absurd.
No,
That-
yeah.
I don't know
it
if
was
that's
all
allowed,
tips, bro. All
but,
tips. No, it's allowed. All tips.
Dude, the thing about like McDonald's and shit is like, bro, it is quite literally like a drug. And it's like, bro, I just don't think people take that very seriously. It literally is it's like, bro, if you eat it once, you're like, oh, okay. That made me kind of feel like shit, but it was pretty good though. And then you eat it a second time, and it's like, wow, that didn't really make me feel like shit this time. It was like, still pretty good. And then you'll just keep eating it, and then you'll stop feeling like shit when you eat it. So it doesn't feel like anything's wrong. But, bro, if you stop eating it, and then you go like 3 months, and then you eat McDonald's, it's going to make you feel like shit.
I wouldn't even say that it makes you that eventually you stop feeling like shit. What it is that you will slowly get used to feeling like shit all the
Your
time.
tolerance for
and
shit.
then you'll just feel like shit all the time, and you'll wonder why.
So it's normal.
Literally.
You just will always feel like shit, and then you stop eating McDonald's, and you have to slowly, your body will slowly build up to you're more energetic, you're less tired.
You're less addicted.
You fucking sweat
McDonald's.
less.
Dude, yes.
You sweat less, bro.
Yeah.
All that fucking
McGriddle
grease is coming out
sweat.
of your body.
I always got OJ with my McGriddles.
Bro, can we clip that?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Where the fuck is our tech
Mouse
chick?
She's on the phone.
Can you grab the mouse so that we don't have to worry about that
the
again?
Catan box or something.
The only time McDonald's tastes good is after my fights, bro. Like,
My belly and the fucking screen is fun.
Dude, listen. I personally, and this is another
Me
thing.
belly.
I hate it when, and you've like even talked about this before. It's like, bro, when people are like, Noah hates sugar, Noah hates sweets. It's like, no, I fucking don't. I in fact love sweets.
They're great. August 17th.
No, yeah, nobody can hear you.
Levi's
but, yeah.
dead. No, I repeated. I repeated.
talking, and then I was just gonna like clip that.
Oh,
We'll do a
okay.
voiceover.
fair,
Fair.
fair.
yeah, just the conversation you guys have after this.
Fair.
It's like, bro, I don't hate sweets. I love sweets. They taste delicious.
They're great.
But
I
just-
try to point that out to people.
But I just don't eat it or drink it because it's terrible for you. And it's like, bro, I love the way McDonald's tastes,
yeah.
but it's fucking awful for me. So I just don't eat it. It's like, and there are times where we do, but it's like very rare and far and few
Two
between.
times this year.
Dude, it's like,
I think it was 2 times this year.
It's
and they
like-
were both this month.
we'll be like, it'll be on a whim, and we'll just be like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll let it slip this one time. But people are like, yeah, I'll let it slip this whole week.
I'll eat it again and again and again and again.
And it's
McGriddles
like,
sound good.
fuck. And dude, I was like that, bro.
Dude, I was like that. I ate McGriddles
time.
daily.
I would just leave the house at like fucking 2 a.m. and go get McGriddles.
You and me would do it.
Bro, I would wait until breakfast came around to
Yeah.
go get McGriddles because I
Bro,
wanted them so bad.
We would play Mario Sunshine, get McGriddles, and then watch The Office. You remember that?
Dude, taking time out of our day to go to the grocery store and then go home and fucking
Yeah.
cook food and
Dishes.
maintain the supplies in our fridge, and do the dishes just to be able to eat healthier food. That is a sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's a huge
It's a lot of
sacrifice.
time.
That is an energy and just like
It's thought out.
planning, because the more we've done it, the more we've like learned how to not waste food because we're buying the right amounts
True.
of shit, and like we have to plan out how much we're buying so we know. And okay, well, we still have some buns left, so how many are we gonna get through with this next pack of burger and fucking whatever?
It's very it has to be
we have to
calculated.
think it out. It's like budgeting our food.
Fair.
Rationing.
True. Yeah.
Rationing
That
is
is the correct
that's
word.
an interesting word choice, but it's accurate.
Sharing a house with men must be very hard when it comes to that because I know I'll be like, dude, Alyssa's not gonna eat this much. Alyssa's not gonna eat like that. Alyssa's not gonna eat this.
I just eat more than both of these guys. I eat probably as much as both of them combined.
He's always hungry. I love fasting. My body's very adapted to it, so I'm not hungry
Dude.
very often.
We would do well if we lived together because we would just be cooking together and pounding food all the time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm always just like, "Are you hungry?" And they're like,
Not really.
So much.
"I'm like, I'm so hungry.
Bro,
I'm
man, you
hungry
gotta
right
chef it
now.
up
I had those
sometime.
noodles. I'm hungry again."
I'm also
Yeah.
hungry.
I've been.
I think we just hit the hour mark if we're combining both. So
Damn, it's only been an hour. Let's go.
I think it's been an hour, bro. We haven't even talked about death yet.
Dude, I've been
Where's
trying
my
to look for a second.
Bro.
my union
Bro,
mandated
bro.
15-minute break?
I
When
agree.
you brought up knife when you said
Yes.
work, I was like, oh my god, I was looking for a segue.
I have one last question that I want to ask Seth. What did you just say though before
Where's my union mandated 15-minute break?
I have a question for Seth about what we were just talking about, and then after that we could totally talk about death. I like the first question of death a lot. What do you think the word competition means in a manipulative corporate sense?
The way they would use it.
Yeah, what does competition mean? Like they're sideways trying to convince you of something ambitious. Do you want to clip it? Okay. I clip this shit. Yeah.
The way they use it, what it means for them is,
Damn, that was close as fuck. I get to hold his hand.
it's them trying to get more people on their side.
It makes them want to make crazy
There's
sacrifice.
people in the kitchen that are looking at Keaton like he doesn't take it serious.
Bro, like
Are
when I
competing
asked,
with him
Yes, dude.
to be the best in the eyes of IHOP. Because IHOP dangles this carrot for people who are the most competitive that they're never going to get.
Do you think they know that I don't give a fuck?
Who?
Like management or all of them?
Everyone.
Yes.
Like it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty clear.
Your demeanor is different.
Because they...
It's like, how do you think you carry
Okay,
yourself
so
when
it
you
is
walk in the
obvious,
gym,
because I
and then
feel
how do you
that.
think that you carry yourself when you walk in IHOP? And that's the same way I am. And it's like, usually at first, I'll carry myself with a lot of like same energy. Like I'm there to work, and I'm there to get shit done, and I know who I am and what I'm doing and why I'm there. And it's like, but after a while, it starts getting overwhelming to the people that can't handle just me being myself. And then they're like, well, we got to dial this guy back. You got to.
We gotta
stop doing
dial
this."
this
Like, bro,
guy.
I had unbuttoned my shirt like 2 buttons instead of one day, and nobody said anything. Well, people said stuff like my coworkers and shit. They're like, okay, no showing off the fucking chest, blah blah blah, and it was like, it was cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get better tips because girls always like wear lower cut shirts so that they can show off their cleavage because that's how they get tips. And so I was like using the same strategy. So then, fucking, David started doing it, and then Monty and Amari started doing it, and then I was the only one that got in trouble for it. They made me button it up, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how is that fair? And I told the GM,
Dude.
I was like, yo, are you telling all these girls to like button their shirts up? Because I'd definitely be seeing them wearing their shirts lower than that. Lily, to be one, for example. Not that
Yes.
she's really showing anything
Bro,
off, but it's
Monty's
like,
half of Monty's
Right, bro,
chest
like-
was always
dude,
shown.
and it's because they don't have chest hair
Or jewelry.
or jewelry.
Did
Or
well,
they
not
don't
that,
even-
not that much
They
at
don't
least.
even know what like a worked out chest feels like. They don't understand confidence to that level to where they can show their like.
Right, but it's like the fact that I get told that, and it's like I have chest hair, and one of the rules is like no chest hair, no
Someone probably
cleavage.
said, "Well, no, well, no, well, no."
Well, no, that's the
It's got
thing.
my
It's
hair.
like
Little snake in the grass.
Snake in the
then
grass.
these guys
Snake
like
in
are
the
wearing their shirts
grass.
like unbuttoned like that, and I'm like, what the
Well, I
fuck?
didn't have the mic. That sounded close.
It's like
So what the-
not equal. It's like picky and choosy, and it's like I know that's how the rules go. That's why I'd never take them seriously to begin with. I'm like, yo, unless everybody's being held to this stupid ass standard that you're trying to put me in a box with, then I'm not gonna do that. That's dumb.
The fact of physically being capable of doing shit, rules are like. I mean, it's fucking cheesy to say, but rules were meant to be broken. Like the fact that you're like I saw this post this one time, and I was like, bro, this is so facts. It said the first moment you realize you can turn left on red, like
Yeah.
when you're driving, and I was just like,
Or just go through a red light when you're just sitting there and there's nobody there and it's like the
Yes,
dead of
bro.
night.
Yes.
Like, why not? You're not putting anybody in danger.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dude,
It's
rules,
that same mentality going to the job. It's like, bro, I hope I get pulled over for that shit.
bro. But the
Not
thing
right now,
is,
'cause I don't have insurance, but
the thing is, rules are made for stupid people, people that can't, that need somebody to hold their hand. That's why the rules are there, because not everybody can handle just
Of
being
course.
in their own intuition.
yeah.
People need a
Facts.
big red light to stop them so they won't run into each other all the time.
That's why I try ultra hard to be a leader in a lot of situations. Because when I was younger, I remember I was like being a follower, and my dad was like, I don't remember what happened, but I remember my dad being like, quit being a follower. And I was like, it's like, damn. So like now I force myself to just lead when the time's appropriate, of course.
Yeah.
I think sometimes rules are put in place so that the people who put them in place have a monopoly on breaking the rule. Fact.
Fact.
Dog, that was
Dude,
Fight
man.
Club as fuck.
That was Fight Club as fuck.
It's very Fight Club. Is that clip worthy?
I'll clip it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Are we gonna talk about death now?
Yeah, we can talk about death.
Are you afraid of death? That's the first question.
Are you just asking in general?
Yeah, are you afraid of death?
No.
The only reason I'm afraid of death is because I don't want to go at a time I don't want to. Like, I don't want to go at an unnecessary time for me
Do you think
or
it's
my people.
inevitable that you're gonna go, whether you like it or not?
I feel like there's a chance where... I guess so, yeah.
Because at that rate, it's out of your control, so it's not even worth holding on to being like, I don't want to go before my time. It's like you're gonna die when you're gonna die.
Yeah,
now,
I
that
wouldn't
goes
say it's
into
my time, but I want to at least... Okay, I guess so. I guess no to the question then, because I do want to at least hit milestones. Like, I don't want to leave, especially before my parents. Especially, like, when my sister's younger and stuff like that, like, within the next 10, 20
Is that
years.
empathy towards how they would feel if you died?
It's a part of it, for sure.
Fair.
But because I don't want to... I want to be there when my mom dies. I want to be there when my dad dies.
You do want to be there?
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never heard that before.
And that's... And
I respect that.
And my cat dying recently, within this past week, really, like, taught me that, because there were multiple times in that room... Bro, I've never felt like this about any kind of animal or nothing. It was weird. Like, with it might have been because how it was affecting Alyssa,
Fair.
but also, like, that cat, it's crazy. Like, it
She's
feels
part
like
of the
a loss,
family.
bro. It literally...
Dude, that's the same way I
It's
feel about Abaddon,
very
and that's why
hurtful,
I'm
bro.
like,
Yeah.
I empathize with you guys a lot about that, because I'm like, dude, I can't imagine.
Bro, yeah. Like, there were multiple times...
Whoa, relax, dude. It's not that deep.
Fuck, my cat's cool. There were multiple times in that room where I was like, dude, I need to get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I cannot be here right now.
Look at that.
Well, I mean, there was a time that happened, but that was because the doctor was being a fucking asshole. Bro, this dude has the nerve. So he said, like, oh, immediately when he comes in, feels like he's like, oh, that might be a mass on her stomach. Like, I was like cancer? Like, are you talking about, like, I think Alyssa asked or whatever, but he's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, so, how comes we've been here twice in the past, like, 3 months, and no one has said shit about it? And he was like, well... And I went there the day before and had a little interaction with the lady, too, because she's trying to make me pay for shit that's unfucking necessary. Up to $700 for shit that's unnecessary. And today, he hits me with, well, I don't know what shit means in this room, or something like that. It's where I couldn't curse at him or some shit. I literally was like, I'm about to get pissed the fuck off, and I walked out. And I kind of slammed the door a little bit, and I was like, dude. And I walked outside, I was like, got in my car, and I was like, bro, I need to be there for Alyssa, and I need to be there for Nyla, because I need to be there. Like, I'm the man, bro. Like, and I went back, and there were multiple times of me leaving, but I feel like I would want to be there for my parents, because getting the most out of, selfishly getting the most out of this person especially like with my mom and dad, like they were there when I was born.
Right.
It feels right to be there when they're going.
Like you make it long enough to survive until they have passed on.
Yes.
I get that. I feel like that's very. It almost feels like spiritual. Like in a way, like, and I say spiritual as in like, you know how like. The only thing I can think of is like Brother Bear.
Brother Bear.
Like the Disney movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's like very that culture where it's like family is like.
Is that book?
I'm not sure.
Am I thinking of the book series?
The
Brother Bear?
Berenstain Bears. Berenstain Bears. Is that?
Hopefully not.
It was a movie.
I don't want to spoil Brother Bear for anybody. But
If you're watching, yeah,
two like Native American like guys like who are brothers
Aku,
like,
aku.
go out to like hunt or some shit, and like one of them dies, or maybe they both. No, one of them dies, but like then the other one, they both turn into bears or some shit.
Somehow they're both
Shit, bro.
It's their spirit animal.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like
The Northern Lights, the aurora, like busts open and like nuts all over them.
Yeah.
And they
This is canon.
and they become turn into bears, and then they learn a valuable life lesson by traveling together. And then there's these
Dude, that's a real.
there's these Canadian moose.
That was
By moose I mean multiple. That's grammatically correct.
Musai.
Meese.
Moles. Molses.
But so yeah, they're I think it's Cheech and Chong voice these meese.
Probably.
Really cool.
He's stuck with me's, bro. No.
It's like, hey, oh, okay, man. You know, hey.
The me's.
The worst Canadian accent.
God, bro.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
death is fucking. I feel like the thing about death is like. I feel like everyone is just curious, genuinely. Even people who know what's gonna happen, they know they're going to heaven, bro. It's like,
No, yeah.
It's really like
Right.
they gotta know, bro. Like it's like me going into my fights, bro. I know I'm gonna fucking knock this dude out. I know, but like deep down, I know it could go the rounds. I know it could go the distance. I know I could get knocked
Dude,
out.
something crazy could happen, and you might like fucking just do some random shit that you'd never done before in your entire life, and some shit would happen. It's like, or they could do that, and you would just knock them out instantly. It's like, dude, life is unpredictable no matter what you do.
Today was a great example of that.
Yeah, dude, you could plan to the ends of the earth, and you would still probably have something that would come up that would throw a wrench in your plans.
That would be a disruption.
True.
Yeah, that would be a disruption.
So before we get to that,
Yeah, but still, that was pretty dope.
I'm not scared of death. Because I just know that the time will come when the time comes. Now, that does not mean I'm out there looking for death. I'm not just walking in front of fucking ongoing traffic and be
Not gonna look both ways
I'm
this
not gonna
time.
fucking die. Like, it's not gonna stop me. Like, but I am like, bro, I'm not gonna risk maybe not having food because I know I'll find food somehow and I'll be okay. Like,
take PCP.
yeah, and I'm also not gonna do stupid shit. And also, I'm putting in precautions now, like while I'm young, to be like healthy and active and like drink water and like do all these things to take care of myself so that I'll live longer. It's like no matter what, I'm still gonna die. Like I'm like, dude, if I made it to 80, that'd be sick. If I made it to 60, I guess that'd be sick.
I made it to 60. That's
It's-
cool.
It's really funny because didn't he bring up this topic? He
Yes,
said he
this
wanted
was
to-
Keaton's
Bro,
idea.
Literally earlier while I was taking the sound dampeners off of the first podcast room, I was talking to David and I was like, dude, if I just want to be able to be like, if I died tomorrow, like, bro, I did everything I could up to this point and it just didn't, I'm just dying. Like, that's just it. Like, I didn't make it that far. But
Well,
I
well,
tried,
at
like-
that moment, that is, because you never know. Your
What?
music could explode
right,
the day
but I don't-
after.
That's not
Yes.
doing anything for me. It's like,
For you, yeah, true.
and it's like, I mean, maybe that's just selfishly viewing death in that way.
It's accurate in a way,
but
though.
it's like, I look at
You
it
never
as-
experienced it yourself.
right, but I look at it as like, dude, I made dope music for a long time. I made a podcast with my friends.
It was music you wanted to make. It wasn't music that you're trying to get famous.
Yeah, I
Like,
made.
there's obviously songs. Obviously, every song has the intention of fucking.
Right, I would love it to be blowing up every song, but it's like also the songs, if they blow up, it's because I was like, dude, I rock with this song and this song is dope every time. I'm never making music that's like, oh, this kind of sucks, but I'm gonna put it out so that people will be like, dude, it's really good and like you should. This is blowing up on the internet. It's like I don't need that. I want authenticity in my music because I want to be able to listen to it. And it's like,
Yeah, you were listening to it in the shower. I heard that shit.
yeah, and it's like I don't have to be scared of death because if I die, then I die. That's just how it is.
I would say, like, playing into that, like, death isn't scary just because, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen afterward. And there are a lot of people who think that it's possible to have an afterlife that would be horrible.
Hell,
Hell.
or just any other variation of what happens after you die that's just not great.
Right. Like your actions during your lifetime will change the outcome of how you.
Yeah, like
what will happen to you after you die.
yeah, you could come back as a mosquito because you were
Right.
bad.
Yeah, you're back on Earth. You're alive
dirty,
again. Yeah.
dirty, right?
Yeah.
That would literally be the terminology that they would use. Your soul is
I think it would
dirty.
be
Yeah.
based off of how your soul is. Like, if you're a happy soul, then you're probably gonna get like what's a happy like a dog?
Well, but can you be a happy soul but also be evil?
Yeah, then there would probably be a middle ground where like it'd be like
a dung beetle.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
like you're being punished for your
Yeah,
behavior,
where it's like,
essentially.
I'm like not gonna have a long. Are those the ones that climb up the tree and fucking toss the people off?
What the?
They toss each beetle off and then reach the.
Oh.
And then-
I
the
never
female
heard none
tosses
of
them
that.
off.
I just know they roll shit around.
Clip.
Yeah, I guess so. And they're probably happy to do that.
Yeah, that's their whole purpose.
They
That's-
eat it.
I'm the dung beetle.
That's their
I
food.
do this
It's like
shit.
humans. Our only purpose in reality is to fuck.
Dude, maybe we all.
Yeah, I roll the.
Maybe we're
I
all
roll this shit. says
disgusted
the
by
vanilla
shit
boy.
because in a past life we were a dung beetle.
But if you're
Wait, you're saying everyone in the past life was a dung beetle?
Maybe.
Or is there some people that
potentially,
thought
Maybe-
I bet Jesus was never a dung beetle.
Dude, maybe we're all
Bro,
the
but what
same
if Jesus
person.
Was just a random dude, bro.
He could have been.
Bro, what if he was just fucking the vanilla boy?
He could have been.
He probably was, because how would I be birthed as a legend if not?
Yeah, it's
But
like
the way I
I'm
see it is
Jesus
like, okay, let's think
reincarnated,
about it this way,
confirmed.
right? So maybe if reincarnation is a real thing, then the people that are most successful are the people that have lived many lives and lived many good lives and bad lives, and they've learned from the mistakes that they've made, and now they are just, their intuition is just by nature better when they're experiencing life.
So what if it's one being who has lived every life, including future lives, and in life we're not conscious of our past,
Right.
but we're instinctual about how we should behave, so
Right.
we behave almost based on it. But after we die, in between, us, gains all the memories of the life we just lived, adding it on top of every life we've already lived, and then it's like, boom, we're going back in.
That's
We're doing
literally-
another life.
Dude, that's literally
One up.
what DNA is.
Literally.
And it's like, bro,
That's a bloodline.
the consciousness is in the DNA, so the consciousness carries over.
Do you think? This is what I was about to ask you. Don't you think that it would start out like evolution because you were saying like a human that has lived many lives get to that?
Well, reincarnation.
Yeah, whatever.
You said evolution.
Oh my Jesus.
I hear you.
Reincarnation. Wouldn't you think that it starts out as a person and then you're buried into the ground? So then maybe everyone becomes a tree, and then after that, it's like if a fucking squirrel is living in that tree, then you become a squirrel, or you become a fucking nut because the squirrel only came around.
So it's like very interconnected and constantly
literally
changing.
the same atoms will grow into that tree. That is true.
So it's like we've talked about this before. You're basically equating everything to just being dirt.
Oh yeah, everything is dirt.
It's like we are all, and everything is connected.
Atoms. Everything is made of atoms, including us. We are. It's like, what do we eat? We eat
Plants.
animals, and we eat plants. What do animals eat? Animals eat animals, and they eat plants.
And we're animals, so we are just animals eating animals and plants.
Right. So what do plants eat? Plants eat the dirt and the sun.
They also eat bugs.
Some plants eat bugs, but that's only because bugs eat plants.
Yeah.
And those plants can eat the bugs.
They evolved.
Which ate the plant, which ate the dirt.
They
It's definitely not simple.
So
They
it all
figured
comes,
it out.
So it all comes from the dirt. We're all made of the earth, which is made of atoms.
Which is women.
70% of Earth is 70%. I think it's 70. I'm giving statistics here now. A large percentage of Earth's mass is iron. Like the entire core is iron.
Huh. That's crazy.
Iron is produced in stars. When hydrogen
Just to stay on that note real quick.
Condenses
you said
to
iron
helium.
produces stars, and iron is the center of the
True. So, hydrogen condenses. It fissions into helium, and then helium can fission into fucking other atoms.
What is fission?
combine.
Like
Is
all
it like
the
fusion?
I might be using the wrong word. It's fusion.
Is it fusion?
But fission.
I've never even heard
Fission
of
is might be splitting. Fission might be splitting. I think
That's
fission
a
is
dope
splitting.
word, though.
I've never heard that. but
Atoms
that's
can
a
be
real word.
broken apart or combined into one. So even though it was one atom, even though it was oxygen, you can split oxygen into smaller parts, and those smaller parts will by nature be other atoms because, like, for example, helium has 2 protons and 2 neutrons and 2 electrons, and if you break that in half, it's 1 proton, 1 electron, and 1 neutron. That's hydrogen. So if you put 3 of them together, now it's I'm forgetting the third.
Where?
Sodium, maybe.
How do we get away from dirt here?
We're talking about dirt.
Oh, okay.
This is all dirt.
Okay, yeah, dude, this is legit.
This is
We're
the
talking about
science.
dirt.
This
we're
is
talking about dirt.
science. Very
So-
science.
We're
this
talking
is-
about the iron
Yeah.
being made of stars.
So the star starts.
Right.
The star begins after the universe, or I'm sorry, after the solar system is formed and all the planets, all the heavy stuff goes out to the edge. The star condenses all the light stuff, the gases in the middle. And the lightest gas being
What up, kitty cat?
hydrogen. So the star is pretty much entirely made of hydrogen when it's first born. And then as the gravity of such a massive pool of hydrogen presses down on the center of itself, the hydrogens in the middle start to press into each other and turn into helium. And then more and more and more pressure and energy causes them to condense into other atoms, like
Which keeps it alive.
which it definitely it helps sustain the reaction.
So do you think if you change the hydrogen a little bit, because I've had this conspiracy theory, I've talked to Alyssa about it
I wanna
before.
hear it.
If you
Yes.
change this conspiracy, not what the fuck? If you change the hydrogen a little bit, because that happens with a lot of things. Like if you change it just a little bit, it could be the total opposite. So do you think it would kill a little bit, which is the source of why humans die, is water. Because we are made of water from the dirt, and it causes us to age quicker. And everything we do involves water, such as drinking it. We have to clean with it. and every bit of water that we consume and hold ages us and kills us eventually to be soaked into the dirt. So, from what I was saying before, it all kind of lines up, and I'm just not realizing this. Holy fuck, I'm smart.
I believe
I'm a
theoretically.
genius.
I believe theoretically, it's not impossible for something for a living, like an organism, to live forever.
You think it is or isn't impossible?
I think it's not. And in fact, there are certain jellyfish that they never reproduce. They
He
just
paid attention when I did not.
Still trap.
there's certain jellyfish that pretty much don't die. Like they don't ever die.
Okay. Are those the real fucking big ones, bro?
I don't think they're very big.
Lost me.
Not the same one. It's a different one.
No,
A lot of different
actually
kinds
not.
of jellyfish. A lot of different kinds of jellyfish, and they do some crazy shit. There's some
Bro,
crazy
the
jellyfish.
ocean is just nuts in general.
But it's definitely in it's in the atomic structure of their DNA that's telling them to stay alive forever. And it's in our DNA that we were more competitive when we died. Because we get out of the way of our offspring.
Yeah.
Because if we're too powerful in our life, we will snuff out any new life from forming. Because it can't compete with us. And then if we then die from natural causes rather than like I don't know, a natural disaster, and we don't have any successful children, we don't get to carry on our DNA. So it was the people who died of old age who actually supported children that could carry on their DNA, and that's why we evolved to die. And our DNA keeps a record of what is most competitive in the atoms, in the structure of the atoms of the DNA. Which atoms are going where is what decides what the code of the DNA is telling the body to do.
And it's all adapting throughout the years of
Right.
trial and error, essentially.
Right.
Of
Millions of years of
genes that survived and genes that died.
yeah, random competition.
Random?
It's all kind of random in a way. It's almost lucky that it ever even happened.
Yeah, like the theory around the human eye, and like how
Right.
like divine it is. I guess it's very thought out. It seems.
There's two very different schools of thought about it. There's like the conscious design or the intelligent design,
Mhm.
where it's impossible for evolution to produce something so complex. But then evolutionary support people who support evolution as a theory would say that is all the more evidence of just how complex evolution can be and how many insanely intricate traits that DNA could produce.
That's the thing, though. Whatever it is, it's intricate.
Right.
Everything in life
But
is
it's always science versus religion. There's
Yeah.
no like bridge between them. It's like, well, it's like nature's just that smart, and it's like no, nature's not just that smart, and that's the whole fucking
The person
thing.
who theorized evolution
Charles
was
Darwin.
Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
And he was a Christian.
Damn. Did he? Do you know if he lost faith after finding out?
He thought evolution supported.
I thought it did too. I don't understand when people say evolution. Yes.
It doesn't. It at least doesn't rule it out.
It
I agree.
also carries the soul aspect of it, because Jesus was human then, passed away. His soul lived on to be fucking Jesus.
Yeah, the one that died
He
for
went to-
our sins.
He went to heaven, right? He now rules in heaven right now.
God in human form.
It's
Is that
like
what it is, or is he son? I don't even fucking
Dude,
also, dude. I
If-
believe in.
he is.
if I'm going by Cliff, I have rules here, but that's
It's
just what Cliff
it's like
says.
the Bible is describing Jesus as a human manifestation of God.
Right.
And they give Jesus his cake and let him eat it.
Facts.
It's like they say about Jesus that they give him these supernatural props, like, oh, well, he cured blindness and he walked on water and all this shit. But then they're also like, he suffered the most horrid death. It's like, how can you be this supernatural, capable thing that you give props to, and that's why you hold him in this regard, but then also take his suffering as seriously as if he was just some Joe Schmo? Like,
So it's like he can't feel temptation, right?
no, he can. It's just that he doesn't do it. He doesn't listen to he doesn't take the temptation as valid.
So then is temptation a sin?
Temptation is not a sin. It is acting or believing that the temptation might be true. When you start letting the devil's advocate pull on your ear, that's when it becomes sin. Oh, okay, I didn't even think about it that way. That's sin. Immediately sin. Jesus never did that,
Do
apparently.
you think that Jesus suffered a horrible death because he allowed himself to suffer a horrible death to show empathy to humans?
That was like the whole point of his stance.
Do you think it was difficult for him to deny the temptation?
I think if I had to guess how they portray it in the Bible, it was probably difficult. But if I had to guess, if Jesus was a real person and he actually existed, was that difficult for him with how they portray him? I don't think so. If he's perfectly sinless and perfectly God in human form, then no, I don't think so.
The way the story plays out is that because God in his essence was able to experience a human life, by the end of his life he's calling out to himself saying, don't judge them the way you've been judging them. They don't know how to do this. They haven't figured this out.
It makes them look at humanity like a bunch of helpless animals.
Right.
That's how Jesus saw humanity.
So
Christians are
essentially
going crazy.
God,
Bro.
what humans wrote about themselves, because this was human beings writing this book, the Bible. And let's just say it's a fictional story, okay? This would be humans writing this story.
Thanks for
Somebody in the comments? Hello. I'm listening.
This would be human beings writing this story, and it's about themselves in a world with an all-powerful God that created them, who sends a human version of himself to be able to live and empathize with a life of a human being. And then at the end of that life that he lived as a human being, he is pleading with himself to see them as helpless.
Yeah.
So humans wrote a book saying that if something all-knowing and all-powerful could empathize more with them, that all-powerful thing would realize that they are just helpless.
I mean, yeah, if they're going to give it that much props and they're going to put it in that position of, like, beyond.
And then this book became one of the most well-renowned religions.
It is the most popular book.
Most stolen book.
I could see that.
The irony in that is hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
actually very funny.
Wait, they left a long comment. Let's
Apart
see.
from this discussion about God, do you guys talk or know some advice about girls/relationships?
No way.
Yeah, so are you asking, like, you're looking for advice on how to have better relationships with girls?
With girls specifically.
That's fantastic. That's a great question.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I feel like, yeah, a little more specific. Oh, damn. Yes, right now I have some problems with my relationship.
What are the problems?
Yeah.
So, I feel like
It's very
a
specific.
A very bare answer is
Yes.
communication above all. If there's something going on,
They feel the need to talk to someone about it.
Fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's
that
important.
is a very
Communication
important
right
element.
there.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but don't be afraid to talk to your girlfriend about it.
And say what you really mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, if you're in it for the long run, then she's got to know your true feelings, and you got to know her true feelings at all times, damn near.
Yeah, don't beat around the bush. If it's important, you
Yes.
should not. You
And she'll
shouldn't beat around the
understand.
bush.
She'll definitely understand. Trust me. Even if at first she's getting riled up, like, she will understand.
I would say it's like the biggest thing is to not focus on blaming anyone.
Correct.
Not focus on who's at fault and who's wrong. You can take accountability by being willing to state what you really want and to stand on that statement. And if they don't want you to be the person that wants that, or they don't want to date a person that wants that, then that's just a sign that of an incompatibility. And you can't give up on your authentic self for anything. We talk a lot about doing it for jobs. A lot of people give up their authentic self for a job. The same thing goes in a relationship. The
Facts.
same thing goes in a friendship. So, and it's not your fault if you're a certain kind of person, and it's not her fault if she doesn't really want to be with that kind of person. You guys are both allowed to want what you want and to not want to be with each other if that's the case.
And there's always a learning curve too. There's always a learning curve, and as long as you guys stick with it.
Right, and it's like how
'Cause
much.
that's at the end of the day, like no one's perfect, and it all literally just comes down to sticking with it and working through with it.
Compromise.
Even if at first, compromise.
Compromise. They have to be willing to accept you for the person you are, and you have to be willing to accept them for the person they are. But you have to always be talking about the kind of person you really are, because it's really easy to hide behind a persona that is what you think they want you to be.
But it only lasts so long.
But yeah, they're going to figure it out, or you're going to get miserable because you have to pretend to be this thing you're not all the time, and then all of a sudden you're not really getting to be yourself.
And make sure you're paying attention. If you have these difficult conversations and then she says things that like, where she's like, okay, I agree with you, and she says she's going to change and then she doesn't, you have to be very aware and honest about that. Especially if it happens several times, because that might just be too many red flags and it's not meant to be.
So, I would just say, if there are specific things that you feel like you're struggling with in your relationship, if you feel comfortable, like letting us know so we can give you more of a directed answer. It seems like you kind of want to talk about like what's going on. So,
Fair?
I mean,
Yeah, feel free to talk
Yeah,
to
definitely.
us.
Yeah, I'm leaving that open to you so we can give more of like a decisive answer on like what you would actually need help with.
I will say one big piece of advice that kind of like low key changed me and my girlfriend's relationship is
Oh, that message.
never
Can you give me his phone?
like dating someone.
Thank you.
Like marriage is for like happy memories. Why? I'm ready for you, vanilla cupcake.
LOL.
Okay.
Dude, the fact that we have somebody commenting is dope. It's so dope.
Son of a bitch. Oh, cute. I'll get it for you.
Alright.
They said they can see it now.
Okay, I can see it now. All good. Okay, the thing is, lately she does not talk that much with me. We are together for about 9 months by now, and in the last 2 of them, she don't talk with me that much. Like, how old are you? Like, do you guys live together? Like, or is this just like over text? Like, yeah, do you guys go to school together?
What is your in
Like,
the first 7 months? How much communication did you have, and how did you communicate the most?
Yeah.
Right now I have a problem. I had to drop out of college because my parents are sick and I'm working to help them.
Okay, so he's.
So is it like long distance right now then? She like doesn't talk to him as much as she used to. It's been like 9 months. So we're like trying to get more info on it. Like, yeah, I think age is important as well, just to really put it in perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like there's a less polarity, less interest.
So I guess I could say like in a lot of situations in relationships and in life, especially like recently when I've been like dealing with stuff, I've come to understand that like I need to be accountable for like literally everything. So like no matter what is happening, even if it feels like it's like the other person doing something to me, it's like I have to be accountable in the fact that I put myself in a position to be treated like that, or let them take advantage of me, or go on with the relationship for longer than it needs to be. And I would say, you know, it sounds like you have a lot of things going on in your life and you're very busy and you can't focus a lot of your energy into your girl and being attentive to her and paying and like just giving your all to like when you're with her, because you have other things going on, like your parents being sick and having to drop out of college. If that is something that you're really passionate about, I can assume that that's tough to like deal with. So it's like you have a lot on your mind and a lot of things going on in your life, and that could be taking your energy away from her, and she's noticing. And it's like you have to just be aware that maybe that's where the disconnect is coming from, or if there's something else that she's giving you a sign of, or like you just have to pay attention to everything that's going on in both of your lives and see where like the things are tying up to being where it's like she feels like she's distancing herself and not talking as much and stuff like that.
Ask her, bro.
Yeah.
Ask her.
Definitely trying to talk to her. And in general, when you're in a relationship at all, if you're the man in a relationship, the woman in your relationship is most likely looking for a leader. And if you think about a leader symbolically, what a leader is they're the thing, they're the person looking at the goal, and everyone else is standing behind them, following them. You follow the leader. So their focus, the leader's focus, is on the goal, is on the end, and the follower's focus is on the leader. So if you are spending a lot of time thinking about and ruminating over how much communication and how much talking is happening between you and your girl, and you're unable to focus your mind on the things that you are trying to pursue in life, then it's going to get in the way of you getting towards your goals. So I would say think about your goals more often. What are your goals? Make lists of your goals. Mm-hmm. Talk to your friends about your goals.
Absolutely.
Build yourself up towards your goals, and your girlfriend is going to be impressed by you. She's going to see you as her leader. She's going to see you as the guy who knows what's going on and knows how to get to where he's trying to go. And you're not going to have problems with her not wanting to talk to you or her questioning things with you. And that goes into what Noah was talking about just now. You're accountable for the situations you put yourself in and how you get treated in those situations. And this really could be a reflection of how she sees you. She could be feeling on shaky ground. You're the foundation underneath her, and she needs to feel stability, because if you're not going to be that foundation, she's going to have to figure out how to be that foundation for herself in some other way. So then she's going to distance, potentially, to be more independent from you, because she doesn't want to rely on you. So you have to be ultimately reliable. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. You have to make decisions. You have to be very sturdy.
But I think, above all, it also does take patience for both of you, because you had to drop out of college to help your parents, it sounds like. So she has to be patient on that, because, I mean, she should also understand. I feel like, it sounds like she doesn't understand, but...
Right.
I mean, she could be trying to give space because she knows that they're busy.
True. And at the end of the day, all guys are big overthinkers, but it's literally because we're trying to prevent stuff. We're trying to capitalize on stuff. We're trying to keep everything in check. So we're trying to look ahead. And so,
Look ahead. Yeah.
Overthink.
Fact.
Yeah, my brother. I hope that's what's up with you. I hope it helps.
Yeah, honestly, bro. Appreciate you commenting, honestly.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, they followed us and then somebody else unfollowed us.
Fucking asshole. We always keep going down to
See, that was one
55,
of
no
the
matter
Christians, bro. That
what,
was the
bro.
Christian that was flipping
Damn, the
out.
Christian was like, no way.
Dude, to all our followers,
Fuck
you
these guys.
are not allowed to unfollow us, or you're literally just assholes.
-1 respect.
Yeah, 0.
They're getting kicked out of the gang at that point.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
gang, no
The
gang.
max,
gonna literally
the
get
max
kicked
amount of
out.
respect you can get is 1.
So if you lose it,
You have no respect. Wait, what if they donate? I think that's
That might be. Yeah, that might help.
that'll come later.
Yeah.
Our gang's not big enough yet.
Yeah.
The gang, the
at
gang.
that point. It's the mob, bro. It's
Yeah,
like
it'll get there.
the mafia.
It'll get there.
Bro, I'm starving.
I feel you.
I'm also starving. How long's
Bro,
it been?
I think.
I'm so hungry for my goals. Also, dude.
You what?
I'm
So hungry
thirsty.
for my goals.
We stay hungry.
Bro, I'm
We devour.
starving.
True.
Like I need. it.
I would just say is, if you're still in here, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask them.
Definitely.
We're probably gonna be wrapping up pretty soon.
We're about an
so-
hour 50 in,
Yeah.
if you combine all three. So,
Do more things you love.
yeah, be yourself.
Have fun.
you
and-
shouldn't be afraid of death because you don't decide, it does.
Facts.
Yeah, honestly, and living kind of sucks sometimes.
Sometimes
and
it's
honestly,
really dope.
Today was a good
it
example.
sometimes really dope, and eventually it's gonna end, and it's not that bad to never have to be hungry again.
But you do need the bad days.
The bad days come.
The bad days are important.
The bad days come.
Yeah.
The bad days help
Because then
a
when
lot.
every day is good, you're like,
Dude, today when everything didn't fit in the truck, that
Facts.
was kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. When everything didn't fit in the truck, I was really
Is it
kind
like a
of
little
upset
amount of
about it.
shit that you have left?
It's like if we had gotten the next size up, we would have fit all of it. It's like
Darm.
Just gonna-
Darm.
we're on the brink of a lot of fucking stupid shit.
Yeah, but we're also on the brink of a lot of like dope shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I
Compilation
always say.
video coming
Like
soon.
I feel like I know you guys will relate a lot to this. I feel like I'm winning in life because like I'm getting closer to where I want to actually be, but I'm losing in life because don't have money, have to work some bullshit jobs, so on and so forth. So it's a weird kind of thing.
I don't view money in a way other than a means to spend it.
Live the life that you want to live.
Like, money is just the little like thing in between that I need to obtain to just go over to the other side of where I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want.
Of course, yeah. It's the
And it's
freedom,
like-
yeah.
So I don't feel like I'm losing at life when I don't have a lot of money. It sucks. It's not ideal and it's not really helping me eat, but it's like, dude, I know that deep down it's like for getting to the good shit. I'm gonna eat well, bro, for the rest of my life.
Dude, eating well is what I care about.
Right.
It's
Fact.
not the money it takes to have it. It's the eating well that I
Right.
want.
So yeah.
Factual.
So was
Factual.
that all we had to talk about with death?
On
we,
it-
we literally went on a religion tangent.
Yeah, that was
But,
crazy.
I mean, it makes sense.
Seth had a question: Is have you ever wanted to die?
Yeah.
I've had parts of my life where it seemed pretty convenient,
But genuinely though,
like
Genuinely,
gun to
have you
head
ever-
type shit,
you said what?
like gun to head type shit.
No,
No,
but
never
like,
been
you're
there.
Like, if I were to die right now, I'd be completely okay with it because I've had those moments where I've literally thought that exact thought in my head, but like, realistically,
Honestly,
it's never that deep.
if I've never felt like if I die right now, I'd be perfectly okay with it.
Yeah.
I've never felt.
I
that
never-
way.
So have you?
I would say. I guess with that perspective, no, I've never wanted to die because my stipulation with it always was,
I
dude,
just
I'm not
wish-
just gonna do that to everybody.
Yeah.
Because I want to quit.
And also, it's like I had in my mind that it's like it's not even just that I want to die. I'm just really sick of the shit I'm going through.
Yes.
And then it's like I had to just think it's possible for me to not be going through that and not die as well.
I could just live
If I
through it.
live and then I change my situation, it's possible to get out of it. And I had to keep enduring
Life.
the deep level of suffering that comes with being alive.
At certain points.
Yeah, facts.
At certain points,
Honestly, every day
it can be.
holds some level of suffering.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because you're thinking into the future too much and you're not like living type of thing? Because that's one thing I've tried to harness in is like literally today. Like if there's a decision like I need to call my fucking car people and say, hey, I have a job. I'm sorry I missed like 3 payments in a row. I'm going to pay them. I'm like, man,
Fair.
I really just don't feel like fucking calling them and have that phone conversation because I hate talking to them. But you know, if there's a day where I'm like, I'm feeling fucking like I'm it's cool, bro. I have money now. I'm gonna make a payment. Then I'll do that when that day comes. But for today, I'm not gonna fucking worry about it. They're not calling me. They have a way of calling me because my phone service got turned off. So.
Damn.
I think
Checkmate.
So
I got a MiFi, bitch. I don't need no cellular.
I think even on a day where you're having a great day and everything's great, you still felt the urge to take a piss. You still had to, like, I don't know, like you still probably had a thought about something sad. There's suffering in every single day.
It's about how you let it. It's about how you let it affect your day. That really matters. It's like, bro, the people that wake up every day and they're like, God, I hate my life.
Fuck
You're
everything.
literally starting your day off in such a headspace that's like, it's gonna suck no matter what you do. And guess what? It will suck no matter what you do.
So to give an alternative to I hate my life, it's like if you wake up every day and you can't say I love my life, then say I'm gonna love my life.
Yeah, I'm working towards loving my life.
I can't wait till I love my life.
Right.
Like say a sentence that includes I love my life instead of a sentence that includes I hate my life.
Dude, I came up with this like, I love. It's crazy because I've never really thought about this, but I love counteracting like negative ass sayings with like other things like, and one of them is like, I came up with it was like, stop saying that must be nice and start saying I can't wait till I have it that nice.
Fair.
Like, stop being like, oh, they have that. That must be great. It's like you could have it too, so get it.
Right.
It's gonna happen. So
Speak the sentences in a way that is like predicting a different outcome later.
A positive outcome.
Yeah.
Very
When,
affirmative.
not if.
That's like when people get jealous of other people's moments.
Right.
Like you're gonna have your moment one day. Like there's no reason to be like, oh my gosh, that's fun. Like you're gonna have your moment.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
Was there anything else?
it was disruptiveness, but I think we already tapped into that.
Yeah, I mean, we can,
Fair.
if we need to, we can save it for next time.
True.
Any major updates we need to give anybody?
I already dropped the fact that I'm going to drop the Real compilation casual cast. That's going to be coming real soon. I already have half of it done.
I would say we are talking about a schedule, so we're going to probably start streaming at the same time every week. It's still going to be every Tuesday. It almost wasn't this Tuesday, and we made it happen anyways.
We are here.
Every single Tuesday, an episode is going to be going up on YouTube at midnight, so Monday night, and it'll be the episode from 2 weeks ago. So if you want to stay caught up, you're going to have to watch on Twitch. If you're not that pressed and you just want to watch it on your own time, YouTube will have it eventually.
It's not too far behind.
Especially at this point because now it'll be uploaded every week.
Right.
Tis exciting.
We got to make a chess move.
And throughout that,
Seth and
there's gonna be other stuff going on throughout the
Seth and Noah.
These guys are
You know do it?
Me and Seth did it week 2.
Has
we
it
did
not-
We did it week 1. You and Keaton. No.
Me and David.
You and David did
and
it
then
week
David
2.
and Keaton.
No
So
one
it's
did it
Keaton and Noah.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're making a chess
Do you
move.
remember who moved what color?
Wait,
last
no
I
one
think
did
I
it week
moved.
3.
I think I moved green because I wanted to go first. I was like,
We
"What
didn't
killer
bring it
color?"
week 3.
Is there
Oh,
any updates
yeah.
on
So it's
guys,
David
like,
and
pool-
Keaton.
pool
Oh, are we
Yes, David.
skipping you guys?
Okay, I was about to talk about some stuff. So
Fair.
first of all, follow our social media. We
Yes.
have Instagram. It's You Know the Guys.
You know the guys.
Yeah, no.
You Know the Guys.
YA.
We're the guys. So keep an eye out for, of course, there's our fun content we put on there. We've got clips and videos from different things we're doing. But also keep an eye out for posts about when our schedule is going to be. Keep an eye out for posts about merch. So if you want to buy any T-shirts, we're going to have merch with artwork on it, things like that. So keep an eye out on our social media. Please follow us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with each one, we're getting better. So.
And then that was also going into something else. Oh, the guys, pool cleaning, stuff like that. So
A pedal.
we did just make the move to Richmond, as that was mentioned on a video earlier. So we are here tonight. We are going to be landscaping, pool cleaning, power washing, and mostly outdoor work. We can power wash houses or decks or porches or siding, whatever. We can
Honestly,
weed eat. We can,
I'm open to most services wanted.
yeah. I mean,
And we do locations in Indianapolis too, because I reside in Indianapolis, so I'm taking offset orders.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely willing to travel within our area. So we're going to have some branding and advertisements for that stuff going up on social media as well. If you need some lawn services or some pool cleaning
Or know
anything
anybody
like
that does.
yeah, just put the word out for us. Share our posts on social media. That really helps us out.
Tune into my fight.
Tanks.
Tune in to
August
Keaton's Fight.
17th, we got Keaton Mad Dog Miller fighting. He's going to win.
I am certain we will be posting some stuff about that.
All
Watch
right.
our stories.
Are you able to
Follow
click
our
off of
personal
it?
pages.
All right, thanks for tuning in.
Yo, bruv. Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
To
Hold
the-
on, hold on.
The conscious.
We gotta do the chess move.
Oh,
Let's do
yes.
the move.
So David and Keaton, right?
Oh, bro.
Certainly is.
You going to be green?
Seth was green. Seth was white last time, so you gotta be white.
Okay, so I go first.
It's
Yes.
funny because we're sitting like.
Yeah.
Facts. Alright.
All right, David with the pawn,
David moves the pawn.
with the single space forward.
The single space
What is
pawn.
that fucking
This is a pawn right here.
G3 to G4? Or no?
Bro, I
Like
did
a
not- I did not know
G4.
The words or the letters and numbers.
Damn.
All right, there they are.
How yeah?
We got the moves, bro.
Play a move.
Also, it was asked in the chat. Do
Did
we?
you turn this off?
No. It's still going.
It's like super high.
Wait, what was that in the chat?
It was asked in the chat. Do we talk about girls as well as God, since we were on the topic of God whenever they came in? To answer that, I forgot to say this earlier. We talk about a wide variety of things. We are just the Conscious Cast is whatever the episodes are based on categories that we've just come up with that we want to talk about that pertains to the week that we're having, but it can tangent into literally anything. It's just about having conversation and being conscious and like expressing values and advice.
We are the guys who talk about guy shit.
Yeah, facts.
Guys will be guys.
So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in to the
Yeah,
Conscious
thank you.
Cast.
Thank you,
Guys
thank you.
will be guys. Is kind of
I'm the Vanilla Boy, spelled with an E, not an I.
Days.
Seth AM
Keaton Mad Dog. Motherfucking Miller.
signing off.
Thanks, guys.